Bless is a creative but simple set of 5 practices for joining in with what God is doing around us. It's about being good news and sharing good news in our neighbourhoods and networks. The Baptist Union of Victoria Mission Catalyst team would like to introduce you to Bless and encourage you and your church to adopt and practice it.
Bless begins firstly with prayer. When we are concerned about someone or a community, we ask God to help and to bless them. This is a natural and easy place to start. As I walk around the streets of my community and as I meet people, I begin with prayer, asking for God's dream to be outworked in the lives of the people around me. Beginning with prayer also helps me to pay attention to what God is already doing and to get ready to join with Him in that. We pray God's blessing for people, but also ask, God, how do you want me to be involved in what you're already doing in the community around me? Begin with prayer. I can do that.
Ancient cultures always seem to be reminding us of the importance of listening. I think about here in Australia, our Indigenous culture, particularly around Daly Creek, have got a concept of Dardiri. Now, Dardiri was the way they learned, not by asking questions. This is a concept of deep listening. You don't ask questions, but it's by watching and waiting and then acting. From deep listening comes deep wisdom. I think about Greek philosophers. There was a famous philosophy that said we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so therefore we must listen twice as much as we speak. And James in the Bible, in his first chapter, in verse 19, says, "Dear brothers and sisters, take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry." Imagine a world where people actually listen to each other rather than just waiting for their chance to cut in and make their point. Listening to people, I can do that.
We all have to eat, so inviting friends and neighbours to have a meal with you, whether it's just coffee and cake, brunch or an evening meal, is really easy. And it's round the table where we most naturally share the ups and downs of life and where we get real with each other. Good, simple food shared with love can literally work miracles in people's lives, because hospitality is part of participating in the nature of God. God is with us in a special way when we sit together around food. Jesus was always eating and drinking with people, and amazing stuff happened at his table. I wonder what might happen at your table. Eating with people? I can do that.
As followers of Jesus, the Servant King, we know that the posture of a servant should be a natural part of how we live. But sometimes the word serve just seems harder than it actually is. Seeking to serve simply means building relationships in the places that we are, thinking about helping, caring, and being neighbourly. For me personally, this means cooking a meal for a friend who might be busy or unwell, putting the bins out for neighbours who are away, or just driving other kids to sporting events when I'm driving mine. Seek to serve? I can do that.
Everyone has a story, and as we listen to their story, we can also seek to discern how it engages and intersects with God's story, the Bible. That reminds me about provides an opportunity to retell a Bible narrative, and the Bible is full of stories. Respectfully engaging with a person's story may also give me an opportunity to tell something of my story. I like how the Apostle Paul tells his story to King Agrippa in the book of Acts. He does it in 3 sections. Before he encountered Jesus, how he encountered Jesus, and how that encounter with Jesus has transformed his life. It's simple. Share my story. I can do that.
Bless. Begin with prayer, listen, eat, seek to serve, share your story. These are 5 simple steps for being and sharing good news. And this is something that can become a natural rhythm in your life. Many of our churches are starting small groups around this pattern in order to share and be accountable and encourage and pray for one another. Bless. You can do that.